Go.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with me, Richard Vobes, here live at 8 o'clock in the UK. Could be a different time in a different part of the world. Don't forget, if you enjoy these shows, you can support the channel by leaving a little donation at baldexplorer.com. Got to pay the meter somehow, guys. Baldexplorer.com. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Wednesday show. It's the 23rd of February 2020. And it was a sunny day here in Sussex. I don't know what it was like where you are, because clearly I wasn't everywhere. But I did go out and shoot another video, which will be out tomorrow on a Sussex border walk. Oh, I'm spoiling you now. I'm spoiling you. Yes, indeed. So look out for that from 7 o'clock tomorrow morning on the Bald Explorer channel. But this is the Vobes Show, and this is an hour-long show. So we're going to see if it really does last an hour on the new special hourglass. So we turn that over and we'll shove that in the corner there. You can't quite see it very well, so we'll try and shove it there in the corner like that. And you can keep an eye on it to see if the sands of time run out before I finish speaking, which is very unlikely. I'm sure that I'll be speaking at the end of the world, which is very nice. Now, today's theme, by the way, is because we've now got war. Apparently we're in war. I don't know whether you've seen the news. I'm trying not to see the news. After Brexit, after COVID, those things have all sort of now distanced and in the past. The governments need something else to talk about, which is bigger than big and larger than large. And so now it's war, Russia and Ukraine. And for some reason, we seem to have got involved, because not like we've got anything to do over here with, people in poverty, gas prices going up, NHS prices going up, the national insurance going up, the NHS that needs saving, and all the different migrants coming in. And, it's not like we've got enough problems here. Houses being built on every little piece of green land that we've got. However, it's a lovely tactic for Boris. Now, I know that Russia has invaded a little bit. They bunged in their foots, and a number of people have been evacuated. Now, because of that, it made me think, let's not talk about war, not interested in that in this show. But if you had to leave home in a hurry, what 3 things would you take? That's what we're talking about in tonight's show. If you had to leave for whatever reason and you didn't know when you were coming back, up in the Midlands, I believe that people have been told to leave their houses because of floods. So what 3 things would you take? You can give us a call a little later on, 07934746790. But hold the calls for a moment. We have some other bits and bobs. But let's quickly see what people are talking about out there in the Vobosphere. We have also, by the way, some videos to show you. Diane Fluke's got a day at Charmouth in Dorset we're going to share with you. Dale's going to show us a proper steam engine. Carol's got a video that was requested by the lovely Julia on Monday's show of 3 very interesting ladies on a ferry bridge. Bernie is, we forgot to put this in on the Monday show, up there in Scotland with the Falls of Shin. And Stephen Agger has on the ferry across the Mersey. So we've got all of that to come in the show this evening. So sit down, buckle up, and let's see how we go. Now, a lot of people out there are already talking about the 3 things that they would like to take. Laptop, camera and cats, says Sean James Cameron, whose video is out this evening. Go and check out. You can watch Sean in the bath. Yes, you heard it right. Also, we've got, what else have we got out there? Any other people saying some stuff? People are saying, don't forget, if you want to get my attention really big on the chat room, put at the Vobes Show. All one word, at the Vobes Show, and it comes up on my screen. Otherwise, I have to hunt amongst all the chitter-chatter. And sometimes there's chitter-chatter, people cheering people up, making sure they're all a bit, not sad and down. This show, let's leave all our worries outside of the show. Let's keep it light. Let's keep it fun. So if you are feeling a bit under the weather, I know it's a nice, friendly place, and we all try to get on with each other. But let's not bring everybody down with it. That would be great. So Kerry Baldwin says that I would take my laptop, my iPad and my USB stick with all my family history research. There you go. Now, if you were leaving home in a world where perhaps there was no internet whatsoever or no computers, it may be that they might be of no use whatsoever. But you never know. If there was no electricity. But who knows what the conditions are? You do need to take stuff with you. What else have we got over there? A lot of people saying hello to everybody else. Colonel Crograti says wife, phone and wallet. I think that's a very sensible one. Don't forget to take the wife. That would be good. But remember, of course, she would be able to take 3 things as well. She wouldn't have to take hubby because you're taking her. So that's an extra 3 things, isn't it? Trev's Travels by Narrowboat says, I only need one thing, my boat. It has everything I own in it. There you go. He's a clever fella, isn't he? Maybe you could take your boat and a jerry can full of diesel, just putting it out there. What 3 things, if you had to go in a hurry, would you take just to get you out of trouble, no matter where you went? Now, you may have seen a video that I did fairly recently in which I had a go at sewing. I went up into my attic, I had a little rummage around up there, and I discovered that my mother's old Singer, now people have told me it's a 201K, I think that's the model number, it means nothing to me, but apparently it's well worth preserving and looking after. I acquired it many, many years ago from my dear old mum, long before she sadly passed away, of course, about 20 or 30 years. And we put it up in the loft when we moved here, and it's been sat up there ever since. And it's quite heavy. I wasn't able to get it down because of the rickety stepladder that I have. However, people have been very kind. They've told me how I should sew. They've clasped their eyes. They've buried their heads under the table. They've looked at me with some dreadful things because they saw me attempting to cut fabric with blunt scissors and trying to thread a needle on a sewing machine that was a little bit clapped out, and with the cotton breaking and all of that. Well, Jane Cox, lovely, luscious Jane Cox on her narrow boat somewhere in the Midlands somewhere. Hopefully she hasn't got to leave because she's already in a boat. Jane Cox just said, do you know what, Richard? What you need is a little TLC down there. So she sent me some lovely glass-eyed pins. You need to pin your stuff before you sew it. She sent me a little box of pins. And there's hundreds of them. I just need a pin cushion to stick them in. It's a shame Julia's not here. No, of course not. So, yeah, lovely pins. That will certainly help when I fold over and try and make up some cravats or other bits and pieces. So how kind is that? Spin Buzz, they're called. But she didn't just leave it there. Oh, no, Jane Cox said, I'm not just going to give you pins. That's no good. How will you cut the material? Unless, of course, you've got a pucker pair of scissors. And I was absolutely gobsmacked. Came in the post, wondered where it was from. I opened up my email, and there it was. Jane said, it was me. So this is they. I've got a funny little mini pair. Never seen those. I think they must be nose pickers. But a lovely pair of scissors here. Look at those. They look very old and traditional. They would go with the old Singer. And she said, please, 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 whatever you do, don't use them for anything else other than cutting material. Now, I don't know how sharp they are. Let's have a... No, I'm not going to... I'm not going to cut my jacket up. That is so kind. Jane, what can I say? You are an amazing person. I have the best viewers. I know other people may have hundreds of thousands of viewers on their YouTube channel, and they have that. But I have the best viewers ever. As you saw on Monday's show, Steve Mitchell popped round, banged on the door, and sent me a whole load of pots and seeds and some wonderful vegetables, which I can tell you, Steve, I have been eating this evening as part of my sort of meal, which was very nice. Jane sent me these, which has been brilliant. But also, there was another parcel in the post, also from Steve, the same chap. And I thought, I wonder what that is. Opened it up, and it was a genuine 100% silk cravat. And look, I'm sporting it now. I can tell you what, silk is so nice, so much nicer than polyester. But I was struggling to get it to look straight. It's so comfortable though. It's so lovely, and of course in hot weather it's going to be superb. I rushed it on, ladies and gentlemen. I may not have the right garments for it because it's nice flash of red. But Steve, thank you so much. That's so very kind. As I say, I have the best viewers ever. Really is amazing. And then Julia alerted me. She said, Richard, there's a Facebook message for you, because Julia helps me with the Facebook. She knows I rarely look at it. And she said, there's a message for you. Go and look in your box outside your front door. And I thought, okay. And this was just 10 minutes ago before the show started. So I hurtled down there, went out there, and there is... this. I have no idea what it is. I thought, okay, I'll bring this up. I can just about read. So hang on, let's pull this out. So this was just hand delivered. I didn't hear a knock at the door. I was up here sorting out what I'm doing. And it says on here, Richard, I hope one of these cravats will come in useful. Keep up the good work, from one of your viewers. Now, I suspect that the lovely Julia has an idea who it is, because she was looking in the Facebook thing. So if Julia wants to call in and tell us who it was. But let's have a look inside the bag, because this bag is jam-packed, by the looks of things, by... oh my God! Amazing! Look at all these! Amazing multicolours of cravats. There's millions of them. I'm just so overwhelmed. Look at this lovely purple one. I'm going to try and put another one on by the end of the show. This is what they look like when they're not in, when they're not round your neck. So, oh, I'm dropping them all over the floor. White one, or is that a grey? That looks like a sort of... oh, it's a silver. Look at that. That's a silver. The lovely Julia is actually calling. Bear with me, lovely Julia. That is a silk. Look at that. These are amazing. What with Steve and whoever this mystery person is. I've got to thank you. Hang on, they're all on the floor. Look, this is ridiculous. Oh, bear with me, Julia. I'm just trying. Hang on, I've got to get the headphones on. Let's say hello. Hello, Julia.
Hello, Richard. How many? Oh my gosh, how many are there?
I don't know. There's like 552,628. I mean, there's gold ones. There's like look at this. You're obviously there's a delay on the screen, but I'm holding up a gold one, and a lime lime green. That's amazing. A sort of browny, sheeny. Now I don't know what these are made of, because these must be in a sort of satin type material.
Yeah, they certainly look silky, satiny.
Yeah, I've got a silk one on from Steve, and it's very light, which is lovely.
But these ones might. I think there's a kind of mix of silk and satin, or sateen, I think they call it.
Oh, is it sateen? Give it a lift with sateen.
I can't remember. Someone else in the audience might know better than I do.
Yeah,
usually they do.
They're amazing.
They're gorgeous. There's some really fantastic colours in that.
Oh, I know. I mean, every show I will have a different cravat.
A new one every show.
Oh my goodness.
So can we all have a big round of applause for Louise?
Louise. Oh, I want to know the story behind it. Where the hell do you go, and
to get all these cravats?
All of these? Is it a past boyfriend, husband, son, daughter?
I've sent her a quick thank you and a reassurance that that's not weird at all. I really appreciate it, actually.
Oh, look at that. There's a very vibrant. Oh my God, the green on there looks amazing.
You'll have to go on Facebook later and ask her yourself. Say, just out of curiosity, what's the story behind all these cravats anyway?
Absolutely, well, it's absolutely stonking. I mean, I'm just
although
overwhelmed.
You don't look a gift horse in the mouth or anything, but it'd be nice to know.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, people are just so generous. It is incredibly overwhelming. By the generosity of people, but I just do my little show, and you obviously come on it and do things. A pair of scissors, a whole load of veg, some compost, a silk cravat, all these amazing cravats, the donations that people give us. It is totally, and of course all the videos that people make that they send in, which is great, and then they come and they sit here and chat. And be part of it, which is just superb.
It's lovely, isn't it?
We've got such a lovely audience. Lots of nice comments out. Let me just have a quick go. Colonel
lots of clapping.
Yeah, lots of clapping as well. Colonel Cragratty saying that'll save you having to make any more. Well, that's very true. I shall have to now think of other things to make. Now, I was trying to mention, and I got this wrong in the video that I did, because I said that you bought a book on medieval clothes, women's clothes, and I didn't say why and what for. Maybe you could just maybe you could just tell us. What's the plan?
Well, I intend to create. I mean, some of these items in it. It's absolutely fascinating book. I could bring it to the show on.
You must. We're going to have to do a video about it.
Spy Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've got pucker scissors. I've got an ancient singer thingy in the loft, which I'll get down and get. And there's somebody, Andrew, I think his name is, says he's going to help me restore it and bring it back up to fruition, which is fantastic. I've got the necessary pins. So we need pattern and material, and we're away. Well, you're away, and I'll film it all.
Yeah.
So, Tracy Murphy says that's sensational. How fantastic. They look amazing. I mean, they really do. It's such a surprise to find them in there. Well, thank you very much for letting me know that they were in the box, because you know what I'm like with Facebook.
It was sheer luck that I happened to actually glance at my phone at that moment and go, oh, there's a message. That's not to me. It's the Bold Explorer. Okay, I'll go quickly have a look at that. Yeah, I'm glad I did.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. Kerry says, I don't think you realise how much you have helped people over the last 2 years. We appreciate you. That's so nice.
That is very apparent.
Yeah.
And it's lovely.
I mean, we just come in here and have a laugh, and try and install laughs with everybody else. And of course, we make the Bald Explorer stuff, which just tried, particularly during lockdown, to bring a bit of outdoors to those people stuck indoors. So it's difficult to sort of equate that when people say that, because we love doing it. We just love doing it, and it's so nice. And people are just so welcoming and friendly and all of that. And it just makes you want to give more. Make more videos, make more shows, and try and entertain people to the best of my ability.
Yeah. And you're pretty good at it.
Thank you very much.
Not that I want to blow.
No, and you're very good at it as well, and we make a perfect team. And that's the thing. Sorry, I'm just tripping over my...
But I'd like to think I've been improving over the 3 years.
Oh, my God. The other... some nights I can't get a word in edgeways. I have to sort of slap you down and say...
Yeah, I don't think we're quite there yet. That mouth of yours does flap a lot.
It does. It's been trained to flap. That's the trouble. That is the snag. Simon out there says some 6,600 silkworms are killed to make just 1 kilogram of silk. Is that true?
It's horrifying, isn't it?
Is that really true?
I don't know if that number's correct, but it
Silkworms? It's not really made from silkworms, is it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I don't understand. I didn't think...
You'll have to look it up. I don't...
How do they make silk? Silk is...
I know it's... Well, it's...
What is silk?
It's like spider's thread, but it's not a spider's thread. It's a silkworm thread.
I'm going to have to look that up. Here we go. Let's find out.
Yeah, look it up, because I can't tell you. Yeah, I just know it's not very nice, really.
Oh, right. Silk fibres...
The same as milk.
As milk? No. Right.
In the sense of the way of getting it isn't very nice.
Oh, okay. So silk fibres are produced by silkworms when they spin themselves into a cocoon on their journey to becoming a silk moth. These ultra-soft fibres are harvested from the cocoon in the raw state by being boiled in hot water, still containing the silkworms, and stirred until the cocoons unravel.
Oh, God. I feel sick.
Now I feel a bit bad about it. However, the silkworms know what they're doing. They know what the agreement they've entered into. If they're going to produce all that wonderful silk,
Well, to be honest, the ones that died to make your cravats are already dead. Not using the cravats is not going to bring them back. So.
No, that's true. Not using... yeah, absolutely. That's true. Lynn B says, yes, perfect team, the Vobes Show, you and Julia. Thank you very much, Lynn B.
Bless you. Thank you very much.
We very much appreciate that. And Linda Kane suggests, how about making a pair of silk long johns?
Oh, matron. Suits you, Linda.
Yes, that's just so that when I've made them, and obviously I'd have to make them very tight over my bottom, she can come in with her whips and chains. And give it the old... etc. Colonel Crowred says, I found you during lockdown and so enjoyed your videos from my hometown area. So much fun. Yeah, we need to go back and do some more around your neck of the woods, actually, Julia. And KP says, you and Julia have definitely been there for us during these strange times. You bring laughter and smiles. Isn't that nice? That is so kind. Right. Well, anyway, thank you very much.
I better hang up.
Yeah, we better. David Vad asks, do you get milk from milkworms? It's a good question, and I'll look that up in my spare time. Do I get? It
would be Dave that asks, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, of course. Yes. And Sean James Cameron just says, I want to see a different colour cravat in every scene of the next video. You'll be lucky. You'll be lucky. Yeah. Anyway, Julia, thank you very much for alerting me to that.
Catch you later.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Take care. See you Friday.
Bye for now.
See you Friday on the show.
See you then.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye, Julia. There we are, the lovely Julia disappearing. And we are going to show some videos because we got a bit behind last time. Still want to know, what things would you pack? That is amazing, and thank you, Louise, if you're watching. I don't know whether you watched the show, that's the thing, or the Bald Explorer. You must watch the Bald Explorer because I was making the cravat. People have just been so nice. Really don't know what to say. Right, now, Bernie, let's go to Bernie first of all, regular contributor to the show, so he's going to kick us off with his video. Thank you, Bernie, and we really appreciate those people who do go to the effort of knocking out videos and then sending them into the show. It's really, really kind of you. So he's up in Scotland and he's going, I forget now the full thing, I think through the trees, I think it says, to the Falls of Shin. Very interested to know what the hell the falls of the falls, not the fools, the falls of Shin are. Let's go into the video box and find out.
Well, I'm standing at the Dornoch Firth viewpoint on the mountain road that cuts off one of the corners on the way north. There's the Dornoch Bridge. When it was open, it saved many miles of driving, having to come inland to Bonar Bridge. Now they don't have to do that anymore. But the scenery here is just... well, it's hard to describe. You have to feel it really to appreciate it fully, I think. Photographs are very nice, but it's not the same as feeling the wind on your hair and smelling the... I suppose you could smell peat, peat and heather. It has a unique smell which I can't describe, but it's a lovely place to stand and stare.
This is looking further in the Dornoch Firth. The last viewpoint I took stills, but this one you've got to take video. And you notice how crystal clear and reflective the waters are because of the peat. And that's looking towards Leg and Bonar Bridge. Well, if you can hear me above the noise down below, welcome to the Falls of Shin. We're just a little north of Bonar Bridge, right in the Highlands of Scotland. And this apparently is supposed to be famous. They have a salmon ladder here, and apparently we should be able to hopefully see some salmon leaping up the river. I bet we won't, just because I'm here filming today, but look at the surrounding place. This is a deep river gorge. Imagine how over thousands of years that water has carved out the gorge there.
Very easy to see in the white, but you can see the most.
Oh look, yeah. And I think we just got one there.
Yeah. Very easy to see them in the white, but that you definitely saw that, didn't you?
This is the sheer force of that. Salmon resting pools there, and down there. No smoked salmon to see tonight.
How about that? The force of nature there, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely amazing. Incredible. The force of nature. And amazingly, we've got people who already know that area. I thought that was going to be like in the middle of absolutely where nobody would have seen. But who we've got, Conor McLeod knows that he says the Burney, that the Soldier's Leap is nearby. And Darren Howell says, wow, it's an area I know, which is superb. I think someone's just been trying to ring. Best not to ring whilst the video is playing, because I can't actually answer the phone at that same time. So sorry about that. But you're very welcome to give us a call now. Val Pragnell says, Richard, I'd like to know what 3 things you would choose. Love the cravats. What a lovely selection you have. It's funny, isn't it? I set the topics, but I don't always necessarily have the answers. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Richard. It's Michael White.
Hello, Michael. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I just rang up to give you some useless information about silk, actually.
Oh, good. We always want a bit of useless information.
Well, you know about the history of silk because of the Silk Road. A lot of it came from China, and then in medieval times, the knights used to wear it to keep themselves cool because in the armour and chainmail that they wore, it helped to cool them down.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever seen a series called Shogun on television about the shogun in Japan, the samurai.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never actually seen it, but I know the program you mean.
Well, we had someone who's very sort of important person in our history, but has never really given any kudos. A guy called Will Adams, who went to Japan in the 1500s, and he sort of opened the doors to Europe with all the trading, well, especially for England, really, because the Dutch tried to get trade routes into Japan, and the Spanish and the Portuguese already had them, and the Pope sent his shock troops in, which were the Jesuits, to open Japan up to try and conquer it, really, but they realized that they were biting off more than they can chew because the samurai were too fierce, really, for them to contemplate conquering them. But they realized there was a lot of money to be made out of silk because the Chinese and the Japanese didn't really get along. But the Japanese used to trade silver to the Chinese for silks. And basically, that the West could see a way of exploiting Japan because the Japanese as well valued silver above gold at the time.
Oh, right.
And they would often trade their gold for silver. But basically, it's just silk is an amazing thing because of its strength and because the fact that it can keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It was very, very highly prized, and especially by the medieval knights, because it also added a little bit of panache to their costume, especially in Sicily, because if you look at the Sicilian conquest by the Normans, they adapted a lot of Muslim sort of clothing as well and architecture. So they would often combine it with their armour, but it became quite a commodity, really.
So it's been around. It's been around for thousands of years, then, silk.
It has, yeah. And I mean, I think the Chinese were the first people. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they were the first people to.
I just want to know how they worked that out. You a little worm in a cocoon, and somebody went over and thought, oh yeah, we put in boiling, and suddenly, yeah, oh, still. Then they sew it into something. And the next thing you know, it's round my neck.
I know, it's amazing when you can think. I think a silk fibre, in comparison to any other material in the world, is the strongest thing in the world. It's even stronger than a chain because the amount of weight that it can hold in comparison to its size. Yes. I think silk is amazing because it is just so durable and so strong. I dare say... Sorry.
No, go on. I was just wondering what a silkworm actually looks like.
I think they're just really tiny, insignificant-looking things, really, But like you say, how they ever came to the conclusion that, they could use their fibres that they create to make silk, I don't know. But we don't often give credit to to people in the past. They knew an awful lot more than we give them credit for.
I totally agree. And in so many different spheres, health being one of them. I've been reading a lot about that. But no, that is incredible. I've just shown a picture of a silkworm, and it looks like it gets into this little lovely little cotton wool bud that I can see why somebody stumbling across that might think if you could unravel it, you might be able to use the material actually. And it's quite a cute little thing, but presumably they're farmed by the billion.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. It's, well, like you say, it's just amazing. I mean, I think we've lost a lot of the technologies that they had years ago. I think we've either forgotten them or they've not been passed down, you know. And I think our ancestors knew an awful lot more than we realise. I mean, if you look at the Anglo-Saxons and how far afield they used to trade, in Russia and places like that, you know, and it's not often mentioned in the histories unless you really look into it, you know, how sort of, you know, economics in that time and, you know, discoveries and travel, it was a lot more than we realise. So anyway, look, I don't want to hog your show. It's just I don't know. I just find silk a very interesting thing, really. I think, especially because I'm very keen on Japan, I thought it was quite an interesting thing to mention anyway.
Yeah, no, absolutely. For some reason, the blooming channel has just been signed out, which is a pain.
Oh, no.
So the stream might... No, it's Google does this. It just signs me out.
Oh, no.
I don't know why they do that. They just, at random, you just suddenly get signed out. So I've now got to get back into the thing. I don't know if people can still hear us. I can't imagine that they can. It says it's still streaming, so...
Probably not. Anyway, probably I need to be cut off once in a while.
No, that wasn't an excuse. I've just suddenly picked it back up again. I've signed in. I think it may have just kept us going. Did we leave people listening to this in the world of? It's found me again anyway. Brilliant. Okay. But thank you so much for that. That's fascinating.
Okay, take care.
Yeah,
bye.
Take care. All the best, Michael. Michael White there. Brilliant. A little bit of information on the silk trade, and also we saw a picture of it. Hopefully you saw it. Yeah, still fine. No, fine. Okay. Just that the software here just suddenly said to me, "Oh, you need to sign in," and it's like, "Oh, it's going to crash any second." I don't know why. And then I signed out, and suddenly, I guess it kept the stream going. So thank you very much, Google. But does anyone else have that issue? Where Google just says, "Oh, you've signed out. You need to sign in again." It happens all the time on either account that I've got, the Vobes Show or the Bold Explorer. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hello. Yes, it's Steve here from East Preston.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
How are you? Yeah, not too bad. I thought I'd try and get through to you.
Oh, fantastic. Do you know, I've been sampling the lovely veg tonight. I had some of those wonderful carrots. Yeah, they were lovely. I shared some of those with lovely Julia, actually, and some parsnips. And then I used some of the other veg in... I had a bit of a strange meal. It was some beans that I've had ready to be eaten, and I had to eat them up. So I added the red onion, the leek, and the pepper with all that, and a few spices to sort of chilify it all up. So I had a sort of bean chili and steamed veg. It was lovely.
Did you try the with the squash? Because you obviously have to put it in the oven.
Yeah, and I've still got the squash because it was only the other day. There was so much of it.
Yeah, then if you put it in the oven, then just put oil on it and make it sort of crispy. Then obviously, then you can put it into your soups, and it gives a nice sort of flavour.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Julia around, and we're gonna have to try the squash dish. That sounds good. That sounds really nice.
Good. Yeah, hopefully I haven't caused too much problem with the silk tonight.
No. Well, we've got a nice...
It's interesting,
It's
isn't it?
fascinating.
It's like people have said, it's interesting. Obviously, it's a bit sad for the silk.
Yes, I had no idea. I didn't think it was artificially made, but I thought it was, a bit like cotton comes from a plant, I assumed. Isn't it funny? And then as soon as people say silkworm, you go... Oh yeah, that's part of it. I didn't know whether it was just the deposits of it. I didn't know the silkworm died.
No. I mean, you don't realise what goes into it, like all these things, do you?
But it's a beautiful. Yeah. I've just got your cravat that you sent me, because I've swapped over for one of the ones that was mysteriously dropped outside my door. But it's beautifully soft, isn't it? And I didn't realise it kept you warm as well as cool.
I used to have hankies and ties of it.
Did you?
My wife always used to say, when we used to always go out years and years ago, I always had a silk tie, and I always liked silk because it always you had that fit. You know, it was nice and soft against your skin, sort of thing.
Yeah. So
I don't wear ties anymore now.
No, I mean, a lot of people don't, and I don't really wear neckties, but now that I've discovered. My dad used to wear cravats, actually. Now I've discovered them, I don't know what it is. It must be an age thing. And because I work for myself, it's not like I've got to go to the office and conform to a business suit or anything like that. So it's a way of having an individual identity as well. It's slightly flamboyant, which suits my character, I think.
But it's a great show. I'm enjoying it. It's the first time I've actually called on in here, actually. So.
Yeah, no, but it's lovely. It's lovely to. We're getting more callers all the time, and I think people are slowly realising that you don't end up losing a head or an arm or a limb when you call in.
But it was good. It was good what that lady's, I've forgotten her name, that said earlier on. Obviously, the last 2 years, because I think like yourself, it's helped a lot of people with what's been going on in the world the last 2 years. So I think a lot of people appreciate what you've done, and do.
I know people do say that, and it's very hard when you do something and it just you just do it, and then people say, but we really like it. You think, what is it that I don't feel that I'm doing anything out of the order? I'm just doing what I do. But it's very humbling when people say that.
You and Julie are doing a great job.
Oh, fantastic! Well, we love doing it, and we want to keep going. So it's very reciprocal. Thank you so much, and thanks for all the other things. I'm hoping tomorrow to be potting up those bits and bobs that you sent.
Oh, you're gonna do a video on it, are you?
I'm going to try and get a bit of a video.
You got my message, obviously, how to do it all. So
I got that.
It's not too hard for you.
No, I'm sure I won't cock it up completely.
Any problems, just give us a text or whatever. You know why I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant.
Okay,
thank you.
Cheers,
Look
Richard.
after yourself, Steve.
Cheers, mate.
Take care. Bye-bye. There we go. That is Steve Mitchell from East Preston calling it in. Very generous, as I've reiterated many times. Brilliant. Thank you very much for that. We're going to go to another video because I've got a number of them. And Steve Agger was crossing the Mersey only the other day, and he put on his camera and recorded this. Not that. Lied about that. He recorded this.
Vobes Story is located just a short walk away from the Royal Albert Shop. The award-winning attraction takes visitors on an immersive journey through the lives, times, culture and music. For more information and to buy tickets in advance, please visit the Vobes Story website. We hope you have enjoyed your tour and look forward to welcoming you again soon. Tell us about your by searching and following @Mersey.
There we go, Stephen Agger there, posing at the end by the Fab Four. I've actually made a video on the Docklands there, a little walk round when I was working for a corporation doing some video testimonials and things when I had to go up there to Liverpool, and I'd never been there before, and I also had a little pose by the Fab Four. But thanks to... I'd never been on the Mersey itself, though, so that was fantastic to see it from there. Thank you so much, Stephen. That was wonderful. And there was a sneaky little bit of the tune there, which I hope doesn't give us a copyright strike, of Ferry across the Mersey. But great fun, lovely. So there we are. All good. Judith says, I've never been to Liverpool either. I've only been there on this one occasion, and the client was right on that bit, so it was lovely to see. The egg timer is doing well, says Sean James Cameron. Absolutely. And Mr. Mockey just reminds you, and I've pinned it to the top, he says, if you want to see Richard, to see what you're typing, simply type the @the Show before the message, and then on my screen up here I can see it, because I get all the messages. We don't have somebody in the back purposely filtering them out, so it's all or nothing in this show, which is great. So lots of interesting comments. I'm just going to circle back there. Colonel Cragratty says, Google signs him out randomly sometimes. I get it all the time. It really is irritating. You're in the middle of something, it just says, I've signed you out. Does anybody know why that happens? Anne Wright says there was a silk farm at Lullington Castle which made silk for Queen Elizabeth's wedding dress. Oh, there we are. How interesting is that? Where's Lullington Castle? That's probably somewhere I should know, but for some reason I don't. Ian McCagan says, my Facebook kept signing me out, but I've sorted it out now. Oh yes, I remember you saying that you had that problem. I wasn't too far away from you. I should have popped in, but I was running a bit late because there was I was out today filming up near you and in Milan. Not the Milan in Spain, but Milan. Is it Spain or is it Italy, Milan? I always get those two confused. But yes, I was up your way, but I didn't pop in, mainly because I assumed you'd be out with your chainsaw chopping up fence posts and all those sort of things. And I wish somebody had done one at... because I went through where Jackie lives, down in Thacombe, and I went down a road there. There's a road closed with a dirty great tree. It looked like a beech tree had come down there, and you had to turn round. If only I had a chainsaw on board, I could have not only have chopped the route clear to let people get past, but I could have kept some of the wood for the old Essie. Yes. Oh, so much wood down at the moment. You just keep thinking, oh, if only, you can't just pick it up and take it. It's totally illegal. But you just think, oh, my little Essie. It would love to keep me warm by a little bit of that wood, but, you do have to do what you're doing. So there we go. Sean says, silk is still produced in quantity today in Sudbury. It's the only place in Britain to do so. Gosh, is that true? The only place. We have another caller. Let's find out who's calling in on the Vobes Show. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Sir Richard.
Hello, Sir Alan. How are you? Not fallen asleep this time, then?
No,
He sent me... I should just clarify that for the viewers. You sent me an email either the other day or today or whenever it was. I remember just answering it, and you said, I often fall asleep during the show. You think it's long COVID. Have you got long COVID?
I think so.
You've got belches as well.
I think so. I just fell over in the street again today.
Oh, no, not another second time, is this?
Yeah, you remember. Yeah, there's just... A lovely lady came to my help.
This is a ruse, isn't it? This is a ruse to get these lovely ladies. Instead of you picking them up, they're picking you up quite literally.
And a lovely gentleman who wanted to stitch up my injuries.
Oh, did you? What injuries did you have?
On my hand.
Oh, on your hand. Yeah, right. You didn't break anything. Just the skin.
No, I didn't break anything. Just got buggered up.
Poor old you. And did you were you dizzy or did you trip? How did it happen?
Well, I decided to try and take a walk to a local shop, and I I was very good walking there. And on the back, there was a car coming round from behind me from the right, which I hadn't seen.
Yes, you got hiccups there
Because of brain fog, I think.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I tried to jump out of the way, and just fell.
Oh.
Are you one of those nice, one of those really nice? What do I call it? What do I call it? Those electric car things.
Is it a scooter?
Yes, that's what I want.
That's the thing. That's what you need. Yeah. The thing is, though, you want to just try and exercise those legs as much as possible, because it's very easy to sort of think, oh, it's all too much effort, and then you get on a scooter, and the next thing is your muscles aren't working at all. So it is.
Yeah. That was my problem today.
Yeah. No, I can see that. So when you're at home, some good stretches. Stretches this way, be gentle, and some sitting in, what do they call them? Squats. Hold on to something and lower yourself down and do some gentle squats.
Yes, lots of things I could do.
Yes, but I mean, you need to protect your health, because as you get older and more frail, the muscles is something that is going to weaken, and you really don't want to be relying on other things like scooters if you can keep your physicality together, because it allows you so much more freedom.
Very definitely.
Yes, it's easy for me to say that. Have you been on the old razzmatazz this evening?
What?
What? What are you saying, boy? What are you saying? Have you been on the Vino Calypso? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yes.
Partly that.
Yes, to recover. It's purely medicinal. I understand. Yeah. Well, make sure you do plenty of exercise.
I have a rowing machine.
Oh, good.
Which I must get on.
Yes. It's no good having it. It's using it. That's the key thing. Even if you only do a minute a day, it's better than not doing any of it.
And some what do I call them?
I don't know. What do you call them?
Not rowing belts. Stretch belts.
What belts?
Stretch belts.
Fetch belts. Is that a belt that goes around you like a lift waiter's belt, a weightlifter's belt? Is that the sort of thing?
Kind of. Must do that.
Yeah. Do it in the morning. Don't do it now, for goodness sake. If you've been imbibing a bit, don't do it now. We don't want any more injuries. But just a little bit in the morning. Let yourself get up, have a cup of coffee or a tea or whatever it is, and then before you eat, just do a few stretches, couple of little bits, 5 minutes on the rowing machine. Take it gently, and then have a rest, have something to eat, and then just practice your walking. Keep walking as much as you can. That is what I do. Yeah, good. Yeah, because you love going out. You love going out and taking those photographs of old buildings.
That is what I was going out walking today when I fell over. In the street. No,
exactly, and it's not nice, and it can knock your confidence. I get that. It can make you feel that you daren't go out in case it happens again, and you're still a young man. Remember that. Don't let them tell you that you're. No, you've got to think like that. It's easy for me to say because I'm a little bit younger than you, but at the same time, think about these. Think about Colonel Cragratty at 76 climbing mountains.
Yeah, my God.
I know, you haven't got to do that, though. You haven't got to do that. But just a 5-minute walk around the block until you build up your confidence. You can do it, Alan.
And feed the ducks.
And feed the ducks, exactly. Just don't bend over too close to the pond in case, woohoo, splash. We don't want any of that. John W. says, my doctor says that I have tennis elbow. Quite painful, but I haven't played for years. Everyone a gem. Colonel Cragratty says, by the way, he says, I spent all day trimming a tree and rebuilding a broken fence as a temporary fix. Getting ready to put 3 new panels and posts in next week. Got plenty of fresh air and exercise today. There we are. That's what you've got to do, Alan. No problem. You can do it. Man of your integrity, we believe in you. You look after yourself.
Will do.
Take care. Talk to you soon.
Cheers, bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. There we are, Alan Sandell. We've fixed him. All medical problems, just bring them to the Vobes. We'll do our best to do that. Now, Diane Fluke was in Charmouth today, in Dorset, and it looks very nice. Want to have a look? I do. There you go. Charming Charmouth. Linda Kane says she visited Charmouth in September. Walked for miles on the beach looking for fossils. Didn't see one. Linda, you should have looked in the mirror. Oh, no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. No, I didn't mean it. I was just joking. It's a shame because that is the Jurassic Coast, is it? Is that along the Jurassic Coast? She's cursing me now. She's cursing. I'm sorry, Linda. I couldn't resist. Just a joke. Thank you to Diane, for sending that in. Charmouth in Dorset. Lovely. Nice sort of sunset. Lovely, relaxing sea. Wasn't that lovely? Beautiful. I've never been there. Must go down and have a look. Wonderful stuff. Right, we've only got time for a couple more videos, but we're going to get them in. We've seen Bernie, we've seen Steve's, we've seen Diane's. Carol said to Julia that she had a picture of a fairy bridge with 3 fairies, sort of clodhopping fairies going across. This has been filmed that way. I've zoomed in, so it just to fill the screen, really. But this is Carol and her friends. Shall I put it like that? There you go. Short but sweet, but very nice. Thank you very much. We did request it. Well, Julia requested it. That was them going across the ferry bridge. I can't even remember the context of it now, but it was lovely to see them. Marvellous stuff. And Dale has sent in a proper steam engine. Again, he did film it like this, but don't panic. I have zoomed it in to make it easier to see. Now they are. Proper steam engine, he calls it. But can anyone identify? I'm sure Station Master's Choice knows exactly what it is. And he'll probably be telling us. Hope they said hello to the fairies, he says. Oh, that was on the previous video. So there we go. Marvellous stuff. I haven't had a chance to change. You notice I've been changing the cravat all the way through the videos, although the last few videos were too short for me to change it, you know. Conor McLeod says the Union of South Africa, is that what it was a bit too quick to get the number, says Station. I just thought, you know, a bit like the old aeroplanes coming over in the war. The silhouette was enough. Maybe Dale can tell us what it is. He knows all about the trains. But lovely to see it. And there he is working on the track, and the magnificent beast goes flying past. So there we are. Batty old ladies. We have one more phone call before the end of the show. Let's find out who that is. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, it's Fabian. How are you?
Hello, Fabian. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. You've got until the timer on the screen.
I love it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. So we've got the possibility of it being the Northern Belle.
The Northern Belle? What, the train?
Yes.
I don't know where that was. I have no information other than it was a proper steam train.
Yeah, with a loco just in case if all things failed.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was just phoning in just to give my good wishes to your chap, and love the cravats.
Aren't they?
Absolutely
They are amazing.
Fantastic.
They are absolutely amazing. I mean, all of them. From my wonderful silk one, which is rather lovely, and to all of these, which are so different hues, and I haven't had a chance to play around with them. Some of them are very long. Longer than the ones that I bought. I don't know whether people have thicker necks.
The silk ones tend to be longer than the normal ones, because the cotton ones tend to be kind of a somewhat machine washable, but yet at the same time you tend to go for a lukewarm wash with the silk.
Right.
So yeah, if you were ever to look out for a shop, but sadly it's resigned and closed down. It was called Pateman, Catter and Carter, based in Edinburgh and Cirencester in the Cotswolds. And I just thought it's absolute tragedy that they've closed down, because they were a gentleman outfitters, and they had the most delightful collection of cravats and jackets, tweeds. You'd love them.
Oh, yeah. A lot of these old shows, these old shops and things are disappearing, aren't they? I'm just looking at the sand timer.
Yeah.
We want to know that that's an hour.
I was just really wanting to let you know about really generally what's going on. And that's basically how it is. But I wanted to ask you a question.
Go on.
Why is it for the old school shops, do they actually have orange filters in the windows sometimes?
Oh, yeah, sometimes they do, don't they? Is that to protect the clothes from the sun, do you think?
Possibly. But listen, I better let that
it's gone. The sand timer's stopped.
It has stopped.
It has
gone.
It has stopped. That is an hour. That is an hour. I think we've proved that. That is great. So that is all.
Yay! It's now an hour. Yay!
It's all set up now for the Friday show, and Julia will be here to turn it up.
Julia would love it.
Yeah, she's
fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Lovely to talk to you, Fabian. But that's a good question. Why does anybody else know? Why do some of those old gentleman shops put the orange filters on the windows? Is it to give it a warm glow? I can't believe it's that. Or is it as a protection against the sun hitting the material of some of those clothes that they have on the clothes?
It also used to be orange and yellow.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Daily Walker says the train number was 34046. And Station Master's Choice says that makes it rebuild Bullied West Country Class Broughton. What did you say it was?
Oh, I assumed it was possibly the dining experience of the Northern Belle, but mind you, was a mere guess.
Yeah, no, it was a good guess. Alan Williams says, Richard, if the ladies were walking over that bridge that we just saw, the Ferry Bridge, and it was in Liverpool, you could say fairies cross the Mersey. Very good. Love it. I think that's from Alan Williams.
Very good.
Yeah, love it. Brilliant
that's
stuff.
clever.
And Linda Kane says, sunshade, I guess, but still transparent so clothes can be seen. So that's what she reckons. Protects the items, says Lord Jeffrey. Harrison, in the window from the sun, stops fading items in the wind. That makes lots, because if you've got a £300 jacket hanging there for weeks, because no one can afford to buy it doesn't want to fade. And then people come in and say, I'll give you 20 quid for it, mate. But it's faded, isn't it? So you wouldn't want that.
Well, that might be so, but then yet again, when you look at Savile Row, you know, they tend to have their mock-ups and their mannequins with their suits to present to the public who are lucky enough to afford a.
They can probably write off those, though, can't they? I mean, the people who go into Savile Row are not spending 40 quid on a jacket. They might be spending 400 quid. And so they can probably write off, you know, the bits that they show in the window are probably the scrag ends anyway. Who knows?
Yeah, there was a very interesting American jeans company that created the possibility of a controversial behaviour in setting up in Savile Row. The old school suit makers were up in arms about that. But anyway, listen.
Gotta go. Yeah, must move on.
Leave you, and you take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care, Fabian. All the best.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
FAB. There we are. That's Fabian, last caller of the night. Thank you so much for all the wonderful comments and videos and things. Sean James Cameron says mostly shops that are in direct sunlight for a long period of the day would have those orange filters, which makes absolute perfect sense to me. But it was a good question. So there we are. It wasn't just the fact that they were oldie-woldy, fusty gentlemen's outfitters that nobody ever went in and it made it look like a tanning shop. No, wasn't that. Brilliant. So Steve Mitchell says, bye-bye, Richard. Look forward to the next video and see you on Friday. Yes, the next video I'm out on the Sussex Border Walk, and I've actually already got the Saturday video all sorted and ready. So there's 2 videos. It means I can relax a little bit. I'm taking, hopefully, a parcel is coming for another video. I can't tell you what it is. It's going to be a complete hoot and a surprise, but I've got to be in tomorrow, so I gather the weather is nice. So I may well be doing some potting. I'm always potty. That's the way I am built. But anyway, lovely to have your company. Big thanks to Judith and to Julia for the moderation. Thanks for Sean, also for the extra comments and information. Thanks to Diane Fluke, to Dale, to Carol, to Bernie, and to Steve Agger for all your video inserts in today's show, without which this show would not be anything. A big thank you to Steve for this very lovely silk cravat, and to our wonderful, was it Linda? I think that's what Julia said. To Linda, I need to go and a big thank you for all those million cravats, and to you for tuning in, for tapping around, for watching, and all of that, and to my callers. Take care, have a good midweek. Thursday tomorrow, believe in Sussex, the sun is shining. Enjoy it if you can, get the vitamin D, very good for you. Don't forget, a few stretches, get on the rowing machine, keep off the old this, that and the other. Stay healthy, and I'll see you Friday with Julia. Till then, bye-bye!